Hello again, back on the car, and today I've had some deliveries, so I thought I'd pop down here and get them installed. So we have the indicator light. We've got a little plastic thing that goes on the inside, which I think looks horrible, but it's supposed to be there. And also I've got a seat belt as well. Annoyingly, the indicator light did break when they took it off the car, but hopefully it's going to be better than what I've got. And also the seatbelt that I've ordered, I ordered the correct one, but the one that they sent isn't the correct one, but I'm hoping it's going to be the same. So let's get started, and fingers crossed it will all go okay. Now you might see this terrible trio in the video today. So they're visitors at the moment. The state of that. 3 dachshunds. So they're all pretty much puppies. This one here is Houston. That's Mango, Chutney Head, and this is Teddy. Teddy's quite an unusual colour. Hello, good boy. So this is the one I got from eBay. It was about £40, but that's what you normally pay for the lens, so we kind of threw this in for free. You can see the locating pins are up the top, which is great, but unfortunately these are broken down here. But I'm thinking I might be able to get them in place with a couple of washers. At least I've got the locating pins, which is good. You can see that it was from a white car, and obviously it's had some kind of spray at some time on the white car, but none of that should be visible when it's in here. So I'm just going to take off this surround and then put this in here and try to get it located. Right, luckily the colour code looks the same, red to red, green to green, and the blacks to black. And I'm going to clean up these connections while I'm here. Also I need to change one of the bulbs out, because I've already done a continuity test and this bottom bulb is gone. Just going to get a screwdriver for here. So this bottom bulb here is gone, so I'm just going to swap it over with the other one because I know the other ones work. I'm also going to clean up all the dirt on the inside in here as well. You can see how brittle it all is. So this is the old one, but just after all the years it's brittle, and that's why when the guy took this one off for me, it just falls apart. Right, so there's a little separator here to stop the light from leaking up to the next compartment. And there's a little slot here that you place it in, so it goes in there and then drops down into place. Today's a great day. I found my grinding pen. It was in with the dies for the seats, so I don't know why I placed it in there, hence the reason why I couldn't find it before. So I'm just going to clean up all these connections here on here, and also the new light. Looks like we've got another 2 connectors here, so maybe they were for other models or something, different countries maybe. I don't know what other lights there'd be here though. Right, so it looks like you have to take the lens off, put this in, because you need to get to this screw here, and then put the lens on at the very end. Right, this is stubborn to get out now, so I'm going to get some mole grips to help you get that one out. Even the screw here is slightly bent from where I suppose the impact happens. Coming undone though. Once it comes out, I'll put a load of penetrating oil down in the thread and it should go in a lot easier. Well, so that gets located up there. Now we need to put the bottom bit back on. The idea is normally you would screw from here into here. Well, how I'm going to clamp that through, really? I suppose I'm going to have to use some kind of... some nut and bolts. I think I'll be able to get them under... I think I'll be able to feed them through. With a big washer. I better do that now. I need a big washer, really. And then some nut and bolts through. And I'm hoping they'll all be hidden away. So what I'm thinking is, if I was to put that big washer behind there, and then onto here, and then do the bolts up, then I'm thinking it's going to wedge itself in here, and then they won't have a chance to go anywhere. That's what I'm thinking. I'm just not sure if I'm going to be able to get a spanner in there to do it up, and I don't know if I have to cut these bolts down to allow access for this front metal thing. I think I might be okay. I think it's probably going to hold once I do them up, because it seems quite wedged in there. Right, that is clamped. Check that out. That is not going to go anywhere, and luckily we've got the locating ones up there. Right, before I screw the lens on, I just want to make sure these lights are still working, so I'm going to connect up the battery and see what's going on. Then I might have to adjust this a tiny bit, but I'm hoping it's going to be alright. Right, the indicator's working, so now I'm just going to see if the bottom light works. Yay! And the bottom one works as well. Fantastic. Yeah, that looks alright, you know. So I'm going to screw the lens back in, then I need to put the little trim back around the whole thing, and then put the finishing trim just underneath the headlight to finish it off. While I'm fast forwarding through that, I'll just give a shout out to the My Mate Vince Massive. The massive members are kitdigital.com, Kip Hakes, Max Rokotansky, Having Fun Repairs, Chris Seal, Felipe at MrKeeps.com, DJ VG, Pigsy, Robert from Timsy's Auto Air, Daniel Watson, Anthony Dean, Bazza2, Russ Melanson, Gaspar Heller, Rickard Bergland, Jacob Colpin, Matt Rawlins, Soul Reaver 555 and Angry Owl Tech. Massive thanks to each and every one of you. Well, there we have it. It's lovely to not see a load of mastic around this area now. So, to me, things don't line up right, but I'm looking at this side and they don't line up right. So if you have a look, this is out here, but then it goes in here. And that's the exact same on this one here. It's out here, but it goes in here. And it doesn't seem to really follow this line very well underneath. So I've been to 2 car shows recently, and annoyingly the first one I went to was in Nebworth House. And sorry, they were both in Nebworth House, but one was modern cars, one was classic cars. And but still on the modern one there was still some old cars around. And basically when I got there, I met my brother there, the one with the dogs, and he did say that there was a Rolls-Royce Silver Spirit, but it then started to pee down with rain, and then unfortunately half the cars left, because I wanted to get in there and I wanted to ask, could I press the brake down to see what it felt like. And also it's things like this, I want to see on a properly sorted car, is this supposed to be in here or is it supposed to be out? Because to me it just doesn't look right. Why is that there and then we've got a big gap here? But it's just weird how when you put it naturally together, that's what it's like, and that's what it's like on that side there, which is really strange. So obviously if it's like that on all cars, I'm not going to spend hours trying to adjust this, but right now I'm thinking that this bottom thing should, you know, the thing I screwed down should come out more. But saying that, then it's not going to line up very nice with the light here. Because right now, what's this feeling like here? Yeah. Mind you, it is a little bit, or is it? Nah, see, it's pretty even, top to bottom there, with the glass. It's pretty even here as well. Oh, I don't know. I think I'll leave it for the moment because I don't want to mess with it too much in case it falls apart on me. But at least it's not held in with mastic. And the lights now, that side does look as good as that side. So that's great. Right, let's move on to, I think, this little plastic thing on the inside. Right, now I've been looking on YouTube and there's definitely this horrible lump of plastic that goes here. And can you see I have holes here where it's supposed to be? Can you see I've got the remnants of it here, and also there's one here as well. Looks like there's two holes and there's one very obvious one here. Now, why they wanted to finish it like that, I just have no idea, because on that side there it all looks lovely, and on this side I think it looks horrible. But I got it because obviously I've got holes there, and this is what it's supposed to this is what's supposed to be here. Sorry, let me take it out of here. Right, it's this thing here. Now, I think it looks absolutely disgusting, but I've been looking on eBay for one for ages, and they're not around. But now I've got one, so that's going to fit in. I mean, why? That looks like an aftermarket thing. Somebody's fitted an LED, so maybe that is to say whether an alarm is alarmed or not. You know, whether the alarm's on. But obviously it's not going anywhere. But if I take it out, I'm going to be left with a hole. So I think I don't know, I haven't made my mind up. The weird thing is even putting that there now, I mean, to me, it doesn't look like it belongs. Why have they done that? And it's not like a Rolls-Royce thing to do something on one side and not on the other. Again, could be my OCD, but what's over one side you would expect to be over the other side. I'm really in two minds whether to put it on or not, because I can't see the purpose of it. Unless it was an aftermarket thing to show an alarm, but that's just really, really odd. This car hasn't got an alarm, as far as I'm aware. No, it hasn't got an alarm. So, no, I don't actually know that, because there is this sticker on the back. I'm wondering whether it was a dealer thing, an aftermarket thing that they put on certain models. It does say here, warning, security system on board. But I've never come across anything that looks like an alarm. You know, any separate sounders or anything. Oh God, that's disgusting. That is absolutely foul. Oh, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. See, I don't know if they all had it on. Everyone that I've seen on YouTube seems to have it on. And the holes do line up in the correct place with the damage on here. Well, I suppose if it's supposed to be there, it's supposed to be there. Right, because of the shape of it, you need screws of different lengths. So yeah, I've picked 3 different screws now. None of them are black, unfortunately, but I will have to paint them with Hammerite. Right, I've got it on here and I'm just giggling to myself because I just don't know who on earth designed that and how they thought that that was ever going to look any bit decent at all. It's so obviously plastic and it takes away the complete look of here. All I can think is that it's an aftermarket thing done by Rolls-Royce on later models, and it was to allow something like this for an alarm. But in this particular car, I can't see any holes where wires would have come up to connect to this. So I really just do not know what's going on. If you know what it's there for, please let me know. I mean, I could take it off and I could fill the holes, and I might well do that because I'm pretty sure this colour here is the same colour as here. So basically it's just like a slate piping. In fact, I think it's this one here. Yeah, Rolls-Royce slate. I bought this here for the piping, you see, and I think that is going to match up with that there. So yeah, it wouldn't be that big a deal to fill them and then just paint it, which is what I might do. I mean, I did spend £20 on that because I thought it's supposed to be there, and it is supposed to be there, but yeah, it just doesn't look right. But if you know what it's put there for, please let me know, because I'm very curious as to who on earth thought that was a good idea when it's not on that side there. How much nicer does that side look? Anyway, right, I am now going, before I mess around with the seatbelt, I'm going to have a look at the rear number plate light, because I was told on the last video that one of my number plate lights is off and I didn't, not working, and I didn't realise it at the time. Yeah, sure enough, that was not working. In fact, it looks like it is working, it just looks like it's very, very, very dim, doesn't it? unless it's just shining through from this one. That's probably what it is. It's probably shining through from there through to here. So let's undo these two things here and see if it's just the lamp that's gone. Oh, here we go, that's it. Right, okay, looks pretty burnt, and also it fell out very easy. Let's see if we got continuity through it. Ooh, we have. We got continuity through it. Do you know what I think it is? Corrosion again, just bad contacts. Let me get the grinding pen, clean it up here, bend them in towards each other a little bit, and I think that will probably work. I'm only cleaning the ends of it because they're the bits that make the contact. Right, they're both clean, and now I'm also going to clean up these bits here. Look at the green on that. There we go, check out the difference. Oh, just lost one. There we go, check out the difference there. Now I've just got to clean up the female parts of the display terminal. Right, let's see if that light is working. Yay, but you know what? That ain't right, is it? Can you see how dull it is? It's working, but it's as dull as it was before. So although there's continuity, it clearly is burnt out. Let's get another one. Now my eye's struggling to see it, but I've zoomed in and I can see 12 volts, 3 watts. So let me see if I got one of them. Right, I haven't got 12 volt 3 watts, I've got 12 volt 5 watts, so it's going to be burning brighter. I will put the correct one in. I'm just going to put this one in for the moment. It's not going to fail the MOT on this, but I suppose what could happen is maybe if it was designed for 3 watts, you might end up melting the number plate light itself, you know, the plastic. So I will get 3 watts, but for this moment in time, I'm just going to stick in a 5 watt. Now let's see if that's burning brighter. There we go, you can see now that that's brighter, as bright as that one there. Excellent, right, let's put it back together. There we go, they're now as bright as each other, fantastic. Maybe that is a 5 watt one there. I'll have a look to see what they're supposed to be. It might say in the, it might say online somewhere. Nothing written here, I don't think. Anyway, we want to make it nice and easy for the ULEZ cameras. They've got to get their £12.50 out of me, so yeah, that will nicely light this up here. Well, that's the result. Have a look here. 12 volts, 5 watts. That's the one for the number plate, and that's from Flying Spares, so happy days. That's the correct one that's gone in there. Right, seatbelt time. So I've got to change the seatbelt out because on the passenger side there's a hole in it where it keeps getting caught in this doorstop on the passenger side, this one here. Yeah. Now, annoyingly, I did order the correct one, which is a UB, just checking here on the driver's one. Proper one is a UB70001, and that's what I ordered on eBay. But annoyingly, when this one came through, it's down as a UB74028. And I mean, that is, I did order the correct one, but that's what came through. I did question the buyer, and he said as long as the buckle fits, then it should be the same. So let me just see here. No, they're completely and utterly different. Oh, that's so annoying. So that's not going to fit, is it? Oh, I hate things like that. Because now I've got to send that back, which is just a big ball ache. Right, let's have a little looky here. No, it doesn't even go in there. That's annoying. I mean, there's a chance I could take apart that and actually take the webbing out, but what's the point? I've already paid 80 something pound for the right part and I've been sent the wrong part. That's a big waste of time. Well, I'm going to contact the seller. That's really irritating, that, because it's just time wasting. Right, okay, yeah, oh well. It is what it is. Let me have to send that back to the seller and order myself another one. Right, I've messaged the seller. If he hasn't got one, it's not the end of the world. I can actually buy what looks like a brand new one for £175. It does look genuine. It's got the Bentley mark there, and it's listed as genuine as well, and it says they're UB70001. And if you have a look at that part there, can you see that's what it looks like? Completely different than the one that I've been sent, but that looks the same as this one here. And what's interesting is a lot of people are selling them as passenger or driver, but on this one it doesn't say it, and they both have the same item number on my car, so I'm thinking maybe it's the same seatbelt for both sides, which I suppose would make sense. Right, okay, do you know what I think I'm going to do? The debate has been raging about whether to go light or dark on the lights, so I'm just going to show you what they look like. But overall, more people have gone with go with the original. So that's the original yellow colour there, and that's the white colour there. This is white in the back, and this is yellow up the front here. So personally, and it's my car, but personally I think I might prefer the white, because I think it just makes it look a little bit more modern. But then people say, it's an old car, Vince, why do you want it to look modern? And I get that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to incandescent. So let's do that now. Let's swap all these poor ones out and put them all over to incandescent, apart from, I'll have to see, I don't think I've got any lights up there for incandescent. So I'll do what I can today, and I'll order up the ones for another time. You know, I've listened back to that bit about 10 times, and I have not got a clue what I said. Poor. What? Listen. So let's do that now. Let's swap all these poor ones out. Here it is again. So let's do that now. Let's swap all these poor ones out. What on earth was I saying there? I've got no recollection of that whatsoever. I mean, I obviously meant to say LED, but, or cool white maybe? But, would it be cool white ones out? Poor. Haven't got a clue. Anyway, let's get a move on with swapping these lights out. Right, my mate Vince is running out of light rapidly. Away with the LED. And in with the halogens. So these ones here are 12 volt, 3 watts. And apparently the other internal lights are the same as the number plate one. You know, that 12 volt, 5 watt one? Do you know what's nice about these? You can't see them below here now, because the problem with these LED ones is they were very long. So when you're down lower, you can see them, but with these halogen, because they're designed for it, they're tucked right up. Right, so if you have a look here, you can't see anything here because it's above it, and it's just there. That's the same on the other side. Right, to get these down here, you can see they're just clipped on here and here. So you've got to put something behind it here to pry it off, or this side to pry it off. And yeah, you can see there now, this is the LED one. So you can see it's going to be the same as the number plate one. So now, let's get this one out. Do you know what? It suddenly feels right. I feel like I'm making the right choice now. And the good news is they've left loads of lights in the car before, so I suppose when they went over to LEDs they just put all those ones in that middle tray there. So I've got loads of them. I just tested this is 12 volts 5 watts, tested it on the multimeter, and it's testing okay, nice and clean as well. That fits nice there, look at that. Right, let's put the cover back on. So reading light is going to be at the front this way, and then this should just whack back into place, which it does. Nice and straightforward. Right, I've got to do that one, and that one, and then I need to do the ones down here, 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 and also the knee roll down at the front there. I think that might be it. I've got the battery unplugged while I'm doing this, just in case I short something. Right, we're now looking at the ones on the seat here. If you have a look, one side has a little bit that has an indentation, this side here. So there's no indentation this side, but there is this side. And this is the side you're supposed to lever it up from. So if you just pop it out here, there you go. Obviously it'd be better if you used a plastic tool, but I am being careful. And there you go. Look at that, lovely and clean. How nice is that one? And again, the same light will go in that as well, 12 volt, 5 watts. It's lovely when you see something on the inside of the car because it just looks the same as it would have done in 1988. Right, and now I think this might be the last one. So with this one, the indentation is this side, so that's going to come out this way. There we go. Right, this one's a bit loose, so I'm going to bend this one in. There we go, that's in. Right, let's put power back into the car. Let's turn this off and we'll see how it looks. Alright, power on. Oh, yes. Oh my, they now look good when it's all the same. That was the right decision. That's what, oh no. We've got a white, we've got a naughty white one over there. Let's swap that one out. Right, I've swapped it over, but annoyingly this is one that's a very burnt one. So, let's see what happens. Oh wow. Oh, that looks so much more inviting. It really, do you know what it is? It goes with the wood more and the chrome. It goes with the wood and chrome more. Now, is this one working down here? Yes, but it's very dim. Right, so I need to buy some more of those lights. Oh, well, it's lovely. It is lovely. Now, what happens when we pull this out here? Does that make any difference? No, because they're all on already. So let's see if, let's just put this on here. Let's see if these reading lights are going to work. Because I haven't seen them where they're both orange before. So reading light here. There. That side. Oh, so when you do that side, it puts on. No, what does that do? Oh, sorry, that puts it on when the doors are all closed. So that's on there, and that's on there, and the front one. Let's go to the front. Look at those there. All the lights are working everywhere. Squeeze in here. Ah, it's on. It's on there. I've got a spider here. Oh, it's on. Does this come on in here? And even that comes on there. How lovely does it all look? Everything just looks so nice. And I think a lovely feature is this one here. So a viewer told me this. I think he was an ex-chauffeur. So what you would do is, when that's pushed in there, all the lights go off. Obviously, if you open the door, the lights go on, but as the customer approaches the door, you open this up, and then before they even open the door, they can see what's going on. So it's a nice kind of welcoming thing. So it's a lovely touch there. By pulling that in and out, you light up everything inside. Not everything, not the reading lights, but everything else. Look at this here. Up here, if you go up on this one here, it puts that on, and then if you go down, it brings that one on there. It's lovely, isn't it? Really, really nice. I'm so happy that I went over to the incandescent, because in my opinion it brings out the wood more and the chrome more. It just makes everything look much nicer, and I didn't think it would do, but yeah, in here now, at long last I feel like I'm in a classic car. I've got a bit of bling going on. You know, classic cars always have a nice bit of chrome and stuff, but it's never really stood out on this car. But now, imagine when all the tape's off those doors and windows, how nice is it going to look? I'm well happy with that. Really, really happy. And also when I change that bulb there, it's going to shine a lot more light down. So yeah, oh, it looks lovely. It looks so nice. So that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, give it a massive thumbs up, and I will see you all very soon. Thank you so much for watching.